Good afternoon and welcome to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9, where every local story starts here. I'm Gwendolyn Morton. We've got a very busy newscast today. Starting out, a middle school teacher at Farristown was arrested and charged with sexual abuse of a minor, and a fire in Jessamine County has officials calling multiple apartment buildings unsafe for residents. A Berea man has been charged with sexual misconduct. But first, before our lead story of the day, I'm going to give you some breaking news that we have as a result of these storms that are moving across our area and have moved across the area. It looks like we have a barn roof across our Whitlock Road in Madison County. That is from earlier today. We have some power poles snapped and power lines down on Oliver Drive in Madison County. Trees down along John Ballard Road in Madison County, and power lines are reported to be down in the Dixie Plaza area of Richmond. We have a tree down on Pilot Knob Church Road in Madison County. We also have reports of a power pole that has snapped with power lines down on Winding Branch Road. Trees down blocking the roadway on Mount Vernon Road, and wires are down and blowing in the roadway on Battlefield Memorial Highway. That's in Madison County. That's a very dangerous situation there. 250,000 people have been reported to be without power across the state, and of course many of those are right here in Madison and our viewing areas. If you take a look at that map we've got up now, kind of gives you an idea of where the biggest problems have been so far in our area. We're going to keep you up to date with all the damages reported from around the viewing area. And of course, you can check out our website, WBONTV.com, for the latest news and weather throughout the afternoon and evening. It's no time to stop being weather aware as we move into the evening hours. This is still an ongoing situation with lots of wind, as you can probably hear outside right now. Well, Governor Andy Beshear briefed Kentuckians of the severe weather across the state, which began around noon today. Damaging winds, excessive rainfall, as well as isolated tornadoes have been experienced throughout the state today. High wind warnings are still in effect for much of central and northern Kentucky until this evening, and tornado watches and alerts were in effect for most of the WBON viewing area today. Smaller portions of central Kentucky are currently under a flood watch. Governor Beshear urges Kentucky residents to have a severe weather plan, plan accordingly for the expected weather events. He also asked Kentuckians to avoid calling 911 for traffic and weather updates, that the storm is actively being monitored, and the Kentucky National Guard and Kentucky State Police are ready to respond if needed. The Kentucky State Police request that if you see or suspect that someone is stranded on the roadway, they have a phone number for you to contact. That is 800-222-5555. Also, Kentucky Emergency Management Director Jeremy Slinker urged residents to prepare for storms by having an emergency kit that includes a first aid kit, food, water, rain gear, and batteries. Governor Beshear informed Kentuckians of the disaster distress helpline that is available for you to call or text. That's 1-800-985-5990. It is a confidential crisis counseling and emotional support resource, open 24/7, and that is a year-round resource for you. For additional preparedness tips, you can always visit kyema.ky.gov. And of course, we're going to have lots more on the weather and everything that's going on in the area in just a few minutes as Todd Nelson comes into the Weather Center to keep us up to date. Well, a big story around the area Thursday afternoon, March 2nd. Richmond police arrested a Farristown middle school teacher and charged him with first-degree sodomy of a child under 12 years of age. Christopher Workman, age 39, of Richmond, was booked just after 5 p.m. yesterday at the Madison County Detention Center. Farristown Middle School's staff page lists Workman as a language arts teacher. Workman has also worked for the school district in the past as a bus driver and also at other schools in the county. Farristown Middle School gave notice to parents that Workman has been placed on administrative leave at this time pending the outcome of the investigation. No allegations include Madison County school students, and this is an ongoing investigation that I'm sure we're going to have many more updates for you right here live at 5. Well, a fire in Jessamine County forced the evacuation of residents on Thursday morning. According to Jessamine County fire officials, units responded to an apartment fire at the 300 Edgewood Drive in Nicholasville around 10 a.m. Fire crews were able to contain the flames to a single apartment, but all of the remaining units have been deemed unsafe due to electrical problems. The deputy chief on the scene confirmed that no human injuries or deaths occurred, and the Red Cross and property owners are collaborating to find temporary housing for all of those affected residents. Well, the Lexington Fire Department responded to Southern Middle School Thursday evening after receiving the parts of another fire. When crews arrived on the scene, they discovered smoke throughout the building and upgraded it to a working structure fire. According to the Lexington Fire Department, the fire was contained to 2 rooms, and crews did conduct a secondary search of those areas. At this time, there are no injuries that have been reported as a result of that fire. Well, the Madison County Sheriff's Office arrested a Berea man after an investigation of sexual misconduct. Officials' investigations into Michael Mays, 43 years old, of Berea, allege he engaged in sex crimes with a juvenile in February of 2023. The investigation, led by Detective Donovan Nolan, resulted in the arrest of Michael Mays yesterday, March 2nd. Mays was charged with rape, first degree, sexual abuse, first degree, strangulation, first degree, and incest. Mays was lodged in the Madison County Detention Center. Well, a crash took place in Lexington, resulting in the injury of 4 people this morning. The crash was on Man o' War at Victoria Way around 10:30 this morning. Officials say that 2 vehicles were involved in the accident, and 2 people in each vehicle were taken to the hospital to be treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Initially, first responders reported that 5 people were injured and 3 people, including 2 children, were in critical condition. The cause of that accident is still under investigation. And with that, we're going to take a quick break. We've got Todd Nelson coming into the Weather Center. He's going to let us know where we stand in this big front that's coming through the area, give us some tips, and keep us safe. That's right after this break.
At Fast Flow Plumbing, you aren't sending your money to Texas and Florida to the big corporate plumbing companies. We're local, and that allows us to invest in the latest technologies like Permaliner for no-dig sewer replacements, which we warranty for 20 years. Fast Flow is the future of plumbing. Don't destroy your landscaping and finished basement because a plumber tells you he has to replace your sewer. Keep your home beautiful. Call a local pro at Fast Flow.
If you've dreamed of a job where you can help keep your family and community safe while planning for the future, then you need to check out the Fayette County Detention Center.
We're starting out $20 an hour. We have 8 paid holidays, 120 hours of sick time and vacation time a year. When you work a holiday, you actually make double pay. Our retirement is at 25 years. If you start out at 21, you'll be fully retired at 46, 25, fully retired at 50. Fayette County Detention Center is an amazing place to work.
Hi there, I'm Alan Feldhouse Jr., head basketball coach at Madison Central High School. Here at MCHS, we have built a winning team. I'd like to tell you about another local winning team, family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. They specialize in roofing, general construction, and home maintenance services. Just like on the court, you need a team that will work together to get the job done, and that's exactly what BRC does. Give them a call at 859-353-1133. Row Tribe.
Now is the perfect time to apply for seasonal positions with Richmond Parks and Rec. Positions include Adventure Falls manager and workers, Paradise Cove managers and workers for the front desk and concessions, summer camp director and workers, umpires and scorekeepers for the adult softball season, and seasonal maintenance. Positions are also available for lifeguarding. To apply for those positions, email hiring@bluegrasspools.com. For our other positions, visit richmond.ky.us or find Parks and Rec on social media at Richmond KY Parks.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Man Chrysler in Richmond is Truck Town, USA. New trucks, used trucks, little trucks, big trucks, short trucks, long trucks. Hey, that's not a truck. Work trucks and fancy trucks. Who says you can't get a truck? Come on down to Man Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Richmond for your best deal today. Truck Town, USA.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Well, obviously, we've had a very active weather day. We've got meteorologist Todd Nelson. He's in the Weather Center to let us know where we stand for the rest of the day and to take a look at what's happened so far. Here's Todd.
Thanks, Gwendolyn, and welcome back to the Bluegrass Restoration and Construction Weather Center. Well, earlier today, we were watching a line of thunderstorms develop to the west that eventually pushed through here this afternoon. But the storm reports coming in mainly through the western half of the Commonwealth, including one tornado report. I do expect to see more of those storm reports closer to home after folks can get out and assess some damage. But again, we did have one wind report coming out of Lexington, and that was a 69-mile-per-hour wind gust reported at the airport. This is a look at that line of thunderstorms as it was moving through close to home. Again, a pretty narrow line of thunderstorms, but some very strong winds associated with that. Again, this is the radar and satellite from earlier in the day. That line did go severe just east of Richmond. This is what it looked like just before 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, producing some 70-mile-per-hour winds. Along with that, again, I do expect to see more storm reports coming out after the fact, after folks can get out and assess damage. But we've had some very heavy rainfall. In fact, close to home, the greater Richmond area, some 1 to near 2-inch rainfall amounts. Severe weather will fade here tonight, which is great news, but the winds will stay very strong. We have a high wind warning through 10 p.m. tonight, and then much quieter into this upcoming weekend. So again, high wind warnings still in place tonight. The severe threat is pretty much done, but the very strong winds will continue, elevated to about 55, maybe even 60 miles per hour, and then subsiding as we head into tomorrow morning. Again, mainly just a few light showers, very strong winds, and then the sun will begin to pop out this weekend. Tomorrow morning will be cooler, 38 degrees in Richmond. Again, much less wind during the day tomorrow, which is great news. We will see temperatures topping out into the mid-50s, mid to upper 50s, and then even warmer, Gwendolyn, as we head into early next week. But it will be cooler late next week.
Thanks, Todd. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. And of course, check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, the Madison County Emergency Management has established a damage reporting hotline for non-emergencies only. This number is for the hotline for Madison County. It's 859-228-2759. Again, Madison County EMA officials say that this hotline is for reporting damage that may occur today, March 3rd, and to have information including your name, a good callback number, and a location of the damage prepared. You need that before you call. Information such as downed trees and localized flooding are examples of what residents should report to the hotline. If you're experiencing an emergency and need immediate assistance, this is not the line for you. In that instance, you definitely need to call 911. That number again, 859-228-2759, non-emergencies for today only. Well, on February 26, Deputy Dakota Begley with the Madison County Sheriff's Office responded to the area of College Hill Road in Waco regarding a disturbance attempted theft. The initial call said the homeowner observed an individual attempting to steal a trailer and was holding that individual until law enforcement could arrive. According to the report, on the deputy's arrival, he observed Michael Hatton of Irvin in a silver Ford Explorer SUV stuck in the caller's yard. yard. Deputy Begley discovered that Hatton had an outstanding warrant for his arrest and then took him into custody. Deputy Begley stated he observed numerous power tools and light fixtures inside that vehicle, but was unable to verify if the items were stolen. So the vehicle and those items were impounded during the investigation. This week, Madison County Sheriff's Office and the Richmond Police Department, working together, were able to trace those items to 2 separate recent thefts at construction sites in the city. As a result, they were able to return nearly all of the items stolen from those construction sites. The estimated total value currently is around $5,000. After the property was returned to the owners, Detective Nolan charged Michael Hatton of Irvin with receiving stolen property under $10,000. This case remains open but is still being investigated by Detective Nolan and also by the Richmond Police Department. Well, with that, we're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got Dawson Roll. He is in with sports coming up next.
The City of Richmond Stormwater Management Program works to protect our waterways from pollution and to help citizens with stormwater runoff and flooding. Stormwater is the rain and snow that runs off rooftops, roads, sidewalks, and other surfaces that cannot absorb water, which affects water quality. The City of Richmond Stormwater Management Program is dedicated to helping its citizens understand what stormwater is and its impacts on our watersheds and waterways. For more info, visit buildrichmondky.com and click on the Stormwater tab.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop's Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop's Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond.
We can't wait to see ya.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your hosts Samantha Burford and Michael Watkins as they break down, recap, and preview sports news in our area. Each Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON TV Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and CBS Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, Bluegrass Restoration and Construction, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Choose Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital for your health care. Consider having your preventative care such as a CT lung screening, a mammogram, or a colonoscopy at Markham and Wallace Hospital. You can feel safe to come to the hospital campus. Following CDC guidelines, our care team is doing everything possible to ensure your safety and well-being. For more information about Markham and Wallace Hospital, call 606-723-2115 or visit mercy.com.
Well, welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9. Basketball is now nearing an end for both our college and our high school teams in the local area. There are still a few teams left alive in postseason play, but as spring rolls on, baseball and softball are nearing a full swing. With basketball, softball, and baseball news today, here's WBON TV's sports anchor, Dawson Roll.
EKU season in men's basketball came to an end last night at the hands of rival Liberty. But this game was exciting to the very end. EKU lost by 6 points in Lynchburg, Virginia, to a tough Flames team, which is going to face Kennesaw State for a trip to the NCAA tournament. While most of EKU's team is coming back next year, Michael Wardy and Cooper Robb most likely played their final game in the maroon and white. Big shout out to the team, who was picked to finish way behind most in the ASUN standings this year. Head coach A.W. Hamilton is on the verge of making EKU basketball the team to beat in the ASUN Conference. Tomorrow will be the 11th region semifinals game between Madison Central and Frederick Douglass in boys basketball. The Broncos are riding into the game hot, having not lost a game since December 10th, going 29-2 on the season. Madison Central will have the toughest test of the year yet and the biggest game of the year. One thing you can never doubt, though, is Coach Alan Feldhaus winning big games when they matter. His teams always play at their best this time of year, and they'll give Douglas a game. Look for Jalen Davis, Jaden West, and Robbie Todd to carry lots of the load, while Eli Steele, Parker Mullins, Cody Morrison, and some bench players can provide good minutes also. The fans of the game should favor Central, and the Indians have played more games at EKU than Douglas has, so these could be good advantages for tomorrow's game. EKU softball beat Dayton yesterday in an 11-3 match. The softball girls were on the money yesterday and got an important win, which brings their season record to 11-5. There's no game today, and they face Ohio tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Go out and support the EKU softball team, who's trying to have a special season. The EKU baseball team is in North Carolina this weekend for a series with the Western Carolina Catamounts. This is before a huge home game for the team next week, which I'll preview in the coming days. Next week has many baseball and softball storylines heading into that time of year, where the sports crew will be prepared for many fun games. Remember to stay tuned here for all the best sports recaps and stories around Madison County. This is Dawson Rule with Local Sports.
Thanks, Dawson, for that sports report. We're going to take another quick break, but don't go anywhere. It is Friday. We've got Samantha Burford in with the Weekender Report coming up next.
WBON TV 9 is proud to be your source for local news, local weather, and local sports. At WBON TV 9, we pride ourselves on being the local leader when something happens in our area. Channel 9 reaches nearly 900,000 people with our over-the-air coverage. WBON TV 9 is also the #1 source you turn to locally for news on Facebook and WBONTV.com. Now you can enjoy all the local news, weather, and sports each weekday afternoon. Join us each weekday from 5 to 5:30 for the Live at 5 newscast. It's streaming on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube channel, Roku channel, and our live player on WBONTV.com. And of course on Richmond's first TV channel. Available on Spectrum Channel 712, Urban Community Television, PRTC Cable, and Channel 9.1 over the air. WBON TV, where every local story starts here.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey Madison County, did you know Berea Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store? Berea Ace Hardware carries the top brands like Skag, Echo, Steel, Spartan, Toro, Bentelli e-bikes, Wolf brand scooters, Trailmaster go-karts, and Red Cat Racing RC cars. Check us out at BereaAce.com. We sell fun at Berea Ace.
This is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Looking for some fun? The Galaxy Bowling Center has a league for you. No matter your skill level, you can come out, make some new friends, and have a great time. Call 624-4444 for details. Or if you're more of a trivia person, Champions Grill has you covered every Tuesday starting at 7 with great prizes and all-you-can-eat wings for only $19.99. Why go anywhere else? The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Grill, your ticket to fun just off I-75, exit 87 in Richmond.
At WBON TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV 9. where every local story starts here.
Well, welcome back. If you're looking to watch exciting live shows this weekend, Samantha Burford has all that information for you. Performances of Grease, dance team, and even the circus is coming to town. Here's the Weekender Report.
Hi everybody, welcome to this week's edition of the Weekender Report for the weekend of March 3rd. I'm Samantha Burford. Let's get this weekend started. Friday night at the Lyric Theater and Cultural Arts Center, the Allegro Dance Project is back for this one show only presentation of their family-friendly performance event. Headspace Revisited. It explores concepts of sleep, dreams, imaginations, and various aspects of mental health through contemporary dance, aerial circus arts, and live original music. Doors open at 7 and the performance begins at 7:30 p.m. You can get your tickets at the Lyric Theater box office in Lexington. On Saturday morning, starting at 9:30 a.m., the EKU Division of Natural Areas is having their Saturday Morning Science. This is a fun and educational opportunity for kindergarten through 8th grade students and is aligned with the Kentucky Science Standards. This week's theme is Chemistry 101, and the cost is $30 per session. Check out their Facebook page to register. Calling all basketball fans, the Madison Central Indians boys basketball team will play Frederick Douglass in the 11th Region semifinal game. Tip-off is at 1 p.m. in the EKU Alumni Coliseum. Ticket sales are on GoFan.com only. Get out to support some great local athletes and watch some great high school basketball. The Berea Parks and Recreation is hosting a free family event, the Kent Family Circus, on Saturday, March the 4th. This fun event for kids of all ages takes place in the Russell Acton Folk Center with a magic show, daring stunts, and face painting. It runs from 12 to 2 p.m. All right. Who doesn't love the movie Grease? Well, now's your chance to see the EKU School of Music as they present Grease. It's all happening on Friday and Saturday at 7:30 p.m. on the EKU campus Campbell Building in the Gifford Theater. Tickets are $15 general admission and $10 for students and for seniors. You can get your tickets at EKUcenter.com. Thanks for watching this March 3rd edition of the Weekender Report. We hope you found an event you're interested in to enjoy with your family and your community. Make sure to tell your friends to watch the Weekender Report every weekend on WBON TV and keep sending in those events. Thanks for watching. I'm Samantha Burford.
Thanks, Samantha, for that Weekender Report. Looks like there's lots of great ways to have some fun this weekend. We still have a lot going on in the area tonight. Make sure that you are staying weather aware. You can tune in right here to the stations of Wallingford Media. Make sure you turn into 100.7 The Coyote. We will have live reports for weather on that station as well as on WBONTV.com. We're getting reports that the total number of power outages in Kentucky has now reached 300,000. And that's in the state of Kentucky. Also, more wind gusts have been reported. Looks like wind gusts as high as 75 miles per hour in the Lexington area, and that is just causing havoc on travel and everything else, trees down, power lines. Make sure that you are staying away from downed power lines. It's a very dangerous situation. We gave you that phone number earlier in the newscast that if you need to report a non-emergency situation, you can do that. And also, if there is an emergency, please make sure that you are dialing 911. Tomorrow, big basketball game after all these storms are finally gone. Michael and Tom are going to be at calling the Central and Frederick Douglass game. Coverage starts at 12:30 tomorrow on Saturday with tip-off being at 1, and that is going to be across all the platforms of Wallingford Media, Channel 9, Facebook, YouTube, Roku, all of that. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there tonight. I'll see you guys back here Monday live at 5.